The anime begins by showing Gaius, a young and strong magician. He stands on a rocky mountain, facing a large black dragon. Surprisingly, he easily defeats the dragon using his magic with just a quick wave of his hand. In this world, all magicians have a special magic symbol on their right hand to show how powerful they are. Gaius has one of the best symbols, indicating his great strength. Since birth, he's had his first symbol, proving his strong magic. But he wants to become even stronger and gain a fourth symbol, which is very rare and can make him even more powerful in battles. However, there's a problem. He can't change his current magic symbol, which he's had since he was a baby. But Gaius has a clever plan that he will use a reincarnation magic. Through a magical ritual, Gaius transforms into a new person named Mathias. Surprisingly, Mathias now possesses the highest-ranking magic symbol. Now, Mathias already 12-year-old and he had a big dream of getting into a famous magic school in the city to improve his magic skills. But on the way there, he senses a wild animal nearby. His intuition proves right when a fierce tiger-like creature appears and attacks suddenly. But Mathias, showing the skill of a talented magician, easily defeats the creature, proving that his magic is still exceptional even after being reincarnated. When he reaches the busy capital city, Mathias explores its new atmosphere, different from his hometown. While exploring, he hears a commotion from a local sword shop. A girl named Alma bought a sword from the shop, but the sword was weak and breaks easily. At that time, Alma will facing an important academy test, so she needs a strong sword. But the stubborn blacksmith refuses to make a new one. Seeing an opportunity, Mathias steps in, offering to enchant the sword with his magic to make it strong and durable. Despite his confidence in his magic symbol, the blacksmith doesn't seem impressed. However, Alma, fascinated by Mathias' confidence, challenges him to prove his skills in enchanting the sword with magic. At the same time, Alma's friend Luri arrives at the shop, stunning Mathias with her appearance, and he's captivated by her beauty. It turns out that Luri is the one who had brought the broken sword to the blacksmith before, seeking for a replacement. Once the sword is crafted, it's up to Mathias to enchant it with his magic, which something he does easily, without needing to recite any spells. Seeing his extraordinary abilities, both Alma and Luri are amazed. The next day, Mathias unexpectedly meets Luri again and learns that she also plans to join the same magic school. During a sword test overseen by an instructor, Luri impresses everyone by easily cutting through the examiner's sword, and it was the same sword that Mathias had enchanted with magic. Shortly after, people start to wonder what challenges Mathias will face. After that, a famous magician named Guile steps forward to test Mathias' abilities. At first, Guile doesn't think much of Mathias, but he's impressed when Mathias skillfully defeats him in a sword fight, earning Guile's deep respect. In the upcoming magic school exam, students have to show their skills by using magic attacks on specific objects. While many use traditional spells that need to be spoken, like Luri, but Mathias takes a different approach. He argues that using spells in battles is old-fashioned, as he realized that reciting spell was not very effective. Mathias thinks that previous generations' magicians didn't fully understand magic, which led them to misunderstand the potential of his magic symbol. When Mathias takes his turn in the exam, he surprises everyone. With just one magic attack, he destroys the whole target without saying any spells. This unusual method shocks everyone because using magic without chanting is very rare. But Mathias shows that he's mastered this technique. Afterwards, Mathias, Alma, and Luri officially join the academy, marking a significant achievement. However, the principal, Edward, calls Mathias to his office and gives him a special task. Knowing that most academies heavily rely on spells, Edward admires Mathias' unique method. He then assigns Mathias to compete in an inter-academy magic contest. If they win, it will bring recognition to those who prefer magic without spells. The next day, Mathias teaches first-year students about magic without spells with the help of an experienced teacher. With their guidance, this new technique becomes more understandable. Luri also surprised when Mathias shares his magical abilities with her, sparking her interest. After a month of intense training, the day of the inter-academy competition arrives. Representing Magic Academy 1, they compete against Magic Academy 2, whose team includes Lacey's, G's, and Devilish. However, Mathias realizes that he recognizes Devilish's true identity as a clever demon in disguise. During fights with G's and Lacey's, Mathias holds back, defeating them easily with light magic. However, when he faces Devilish, Mathias uses all this power. With some strategies, he attempts to expose Devilish's true identity and succeeds amidst a rapid exchange of sword strikes. Reacting quickly, Principal Edward ensures everyone's safety and notifies the royal palace about Devilish's presence. Despite the demon's attempts to escape, Mathias confronts him in an intense battle and emerges victorious. His victory made him the first person to defeat a demon without any help needed. Shortly after, Principal Edward takes Mathias to meet the king, recognizing his extraordinary battle. The king offers Mathias a reward, but he declines, choosing instead to explore the mysterious royal dungeons. While exploring the underground dungeons, Mathias encounters many demons to defeat. Additionally, he finds magical gems and artifacts that can create powerful weapons. Although the dungeons were once battlegrounds, they are now forgotten. However, the king reveals ancient secrets, mentioning the arrival of demons known as the Four Magical Children a century ago. This event introduced magic to humanity, but the progress slowed afterward. Suspecting that these demons might be hiding among humans, Mathias suggests building a strong barrier around the royal domain to prevent future interference. Agreeing to the plan, the king names Mathias as the protector of the kingdom, trusting him with its safety. The next day, Mathias goes to the royal armory to find a magic stone and a sacred object. Surprisingly, during his search, he discovers a holy sword and a pendant he made himself in the past. Feeling more confident now, Mathias suggests going into the dungeons with Lu Ri and Alma. He encourages them to join him in retrieving the artifact and facing the creatures inside. However, they hesitate, worried they might not be capable enough for such a task. Undeterred, Mathias insists. Although Alma is skilled with a bow, she lacks enchanted arrows. Still, Mathias teaches her a new method, showing how to add magical energy to regular arrows, making them stronger. Seeing this, Alma and Lu Ri agree to join the adventure. Inside the dungeon, Mathias becomes a teacher, helping Alma in magical archery, and she shows impressive skill. At the same time, Mathias teaches Lu Ri about weapon making, and she quickly becomes proficient, creating armor and weapons to strengthen their group. When they reach the 10th floor, Mathias tells Alma and Lu Ri to stay behind his protective barrier while he goes ahead to get the adamantite stone. When facing a tough boss monster, Mathias wins using smart tactics, using poison to defeat it. After gathering treasures from the dungeon, the trio goes to a shop to trade their findings. Initially underestimated, Mathias surprises the receptionist by showing the loot from their adventures, like the monster's head and a valuable magic stone. On their way back to the academy dorms, Mathias notices two demons, Ashriel and Dashriel, coming towards them, seeking revenge for their allied, Devilish. Acting quickly, Mathias makes a plan, assigning Alma and Lu Ri to fight one demon while he takes on the other. In the fight, Alma and Lu Ri use their magical arrows to stop Dashriel, giving Mathias a chance to fight Ashriel directly. Showing impressive agility and skill, Mathias dodges Ashriel's attacks and fights back with elemental magic. After a tough battle, Mathias defeats Ashriel and keeps him contained to prevent more demons from being summoned. Continuing without pause, Mathias, along with Alma and Lu Ri, faces Dashriel and eventually defeats him through teamwork. Following the intense fight with the demons, Mathias, Lu Ri, and Alma receive a special invitation to the royal court, excited to meet the king and possibly receive praise. However, they have different goals, as Mathias wants to keep exploring dungeons, while Lu Ri and Alma are more interested in getting rewards. During their meeting with the king, Mathias senses something evil in the palace, similar to demonic influence. Acting quickly, he gets rid of the evil force and protecting the palace from harm. In an unexpected turn, the expulsion of the demon leads the king to realize that its voice resembles that of Urhan, a former prominent figure who disappeared mysteriously. Mathias figures out that the demon used magic to spy on the palace, listening to conversations and watching people. Mathias then traces the demon's energy back to the northwest of the kingdom, an area with a dark history of demonic attacks that wiped out an entire village. Following the king's orders, Mathias, accompanied by Alma and Lu Ri, goes to the mysterious northwest region to uncover its secrets. Their journey takes them to a valley where they seek out a legendary creature named Iris, a huge black dragon that Mathias, in his past life as Gaius, had defeated. At first unaware of Mathias's true identity, Iris recognizes him when she sees his impressive magic skills. It turns out that Iris holds important information for their investigation, but her injured wound from an explosion centuries ago hampers her ability to communicate. Mathias takes on the challenge of healing Iris's wing, showing his magical abilities, much to Alma and Luri's amazement. Despite her fearsome appearance, Iris turns out to be friendly, helping the trio in their quest. Guided by Iris, they went to the village to investigate. There, Mathias once again showing his magic skills by neutralizing demonic guards around the village. Using telepathy, he communicates secretly with the demons to learn more. Inside a hall in the village, Alma and Luri initially see nothing, but Mathias reveals hidden demons using spells. When they confront the demons, one of them attacks, but Mathias quickly dodges it. Alma also helps him by using her magic arrows to weaken the demons. However, the demon transforms and posing a greater threat to Alma and Luri. Mathias intervenes to stop the attack, giving Alma the opportunity to attack and defeating the demon who turns out to be Erhan. After taking Erhan's horn, Mathias faces another demon in another battle. He carefully analyzes the demon's moves and counters them precisely. Even when trapped by mist magic, Mathias stays calm, dispelling the illusion and defeating the demon. After that, they find a powerful artifact called Draco Pull in the process. Recognizing the danger posed by Draco Pull's ability to summon powerful demons, Luri and Alma express concern about it. However, Mathias comes up with a plan. He then uses his explosive magic to redirect the artifact's power to avoid disaster. As they prepare to return to the capital, Mathias has a clever idea. He suggests to Iris to transform into a human and joins them at the Magic Academy. This would help them bond better as friends. Hearing this, Iris enthusiastically agrees and transforms into a beautiful young girl. When they reach the academy, Mathias presents Erhan's horn to Principal Edward and requests Iris' admission. Edward agrees but insists on evaluating her abilities fairly, without any special treatment. Aware of Iris' immense power, Mathias oversees her examination and giving her a fake magic symbol to hide her true strength. During the tests, Iris impresses everyone, performing well in sword fighting and easily defeating Guile. However, her magical abilities prove risky, almost causing a disaster, which Mathias keeps a close eye on her to prevent any accidents. Despite some disruptions during the tests, Edward acknowledges Iris' potential and accepts her into the academy. The next day, during a heated argument between the leaders of Magic Academy 1 and 2 about their magic symbols, Mathias steps in with an idea for a competition. Shortly after, both academies compete fiercely, and Magic Academy 1 win the competition, proving their skill in magic without spells. As a result, the king decides that everyone should use this approach, and Academy 2 students join Academy 1. Meanwhile, Mathias and his friends go on a journey to get a magical stone from a dragon living in a cave. After they succeed, Mathias starts teaching Iris how to use her dragon abilities while in her human form, which makes Alma and Luri excited about this. While they're busy, some demons start planning evil things. Back at the academy, under Principal Edward's guidance, students work together to protect the capital with magic. However, their work is interrupted when a huge demon named Ruther appears. Mathias then leads the battle, which they win. Later, Mathias asks Edward for permission to explore a dragon vein in another city, as because he would bring his friends and some students from the academy. Shortly after, they travel through dangerous places called the Haunted Subia Forest, with Mathias' leadership keeping them safe, and they enjoy each other's company along the way. It turns out that the monsters in the Subia Forest don't attack them because of Iris' hidden dragon powers. In the evening, Mathias and his friends reach Melgia, finding the city gloomy and unstable due to its weakening and unpredictable magic. After talking to the locals, it shows that the problem was the city leader's corruption. He's been tampering with the magic stones crucial for the city's stability, and there's also a dangerous monster in the dungeon. Wanting to help, Mathias decides to explore the dungeon, but he needs permission from the city leader. However, the leader demands certain things in return. Later, Mathias asks Alma and Luri to help him with the leader's demands. But another problem arises when the receptionist asks for help with injured adventurers because of the leader's bad decisions. Using his magic, Mathias helps organize medical's help efficiently, impressing the medical chief and handling the patients well. After their successful efforts, the medical chief praises Mathias for his bravery and reveals that the city leader has passed away and the current leader is a temporary replacement. Shortly after, Mathias secretly talks to the academy principal, planning to explore the dungeon without drawing attention. The next morning, Mathias and his friends sneak into the dungeon, where they defeat monsters and collect items to sell. Mathias then displays the loot and catches the attention of the new city leader. Their peace doesn't last long as nighttime bandits become a threat, but Mathias's quick thinking helps them avoid capture with Iris, also helps ensure their safety. Not long after, they receive a royal summons from King Eek, who wants them to capture the leader of Melgia City. Shortly after, Mathias leads a successful raid to the leader's mansion and captures the leader during a chaotic event. The following day, inside the dungeon, Mathias faces a powerful demon controlling the city's magic. Realizing its strength and its loyalty to a more powerful demon, Mathias and Luri work together to defeat the demon in a battle. After the battle, Mathias plans to hunt down the remaining demons using a device in the Rodinia Alliance's territory. But they need the king's permission for this journey. Upon returning to the capital, Mathias and his friends found Principal Edward working on strengthening the Magic Academy to defend against possible demon attacks. After getting the royal permission, they headed towards a forbidden area. However, Mathias and his friends needed to improve their status through a promotion exam in a nearby city to gain entry. In the city, Alma, Luri, and Iris did exceptionally well in the exam, showing their impressive magic skills. On the other hand, Mathias, with what some considered a flawed symbol, fought in a duel with the examiner, G. Broad. Despite the tough fight, Mathias won using clever strategies. After his victory, Mathias kindly offered a magic manual to G. Broad, recognizing his hidden magical talent. Thankful for the gift, G. Broad guided them to the border of the Forbidden City, and they also got an entry card with the power of the Evil Eye. On their way, Mathias noticed bandits approaching and used magic to outsmart them. As they reached the outskirts of the city, they sensed the presence of 32 demons, raising concerns about demonic infiltration in the city. Choosing to take a secret path, they quietly made their way to the city center. There, Mathias and his friends discovered that the people were under the control of demons. To uncover the truth, Mathias and his friends disguised themselves and found a hidden coal factory producing stones with dangerous powers. During the night, they planned how to defeat the demon controlling the city, using Iris as bait, and it turns out to work well. After that, they managed to defeat most of the demons, but the 10 demons remained, posing a tough challenge. Luckily, G. Broad arrived just in time to help deal with the remaining demons. They faced the main demon in a final battle, which left everyone exhausted. But Mathias's team arrived in time to protect Alma and Luri and defeat the demon. In its last moments, the demon revealed news about a potential breach of a seal and the return of a powerful beast. This made Mathias realize that the defeated demon was just a follower, and the true leader of the demons was still out there. After freeing the city's people from demonic control and helping G. Broad recover, Mathias and his friends left him in charge of the city and continued their journey. Finally reaching their secret base established by Mathias long ago, they gathered information about the powerful demon Zardia. Considering Zardia's strength, Mathias felt unsure about their chances of winning. However, remembering a magic sword he had crafted and stored in the royal palace gave them hope. Sending Luri and Alma to retrieve the sword, Mathias and Iris prepared to confront Zardia and stall for time until the sword arrived. Using their combined powers, Mathias and Iris battled Zardia fiercely. Despite their brave efforts, they couldn't defeat Zardia and both suffered serious injuries. In a desperate moment, Mathias decided to push himself to the limit, even if it endangered his life. Meanwhile, Alma and Luri found the magic sword but encountered 2 demons who attacked the academy. Despite the tough situation, they remained determined to bring the sword to Mathias. Meanwhile, Mathias found himself in a serious situation, having to face Zardia while also protecting the kingdom. He gathered all his remaining strength, preparing for a final battle against Zardia's powerful magic. At the same time, Luri and Alma received assistance from Edward and their fellow students to combat the demons and deliver the magic sword to Mathias. But just as Mathias was about to strike with the enchanted blade, Zardia delivered a fatal blow. However, in an unexpected turn of events as Mathias fell, he was surrounded by a bright light, miraculously coming back from the edge of death. It was revealed that Mathias had planned his own demise to activate the magic sword, as a sacrifice is necessary to unleash its full potential. With the magic sword activated, Mathias gained immense strength, delivering a decisive blow that defeated Zardia. In his final moments, Zardia warned of more dangers from other demons, indicating an ongoing struggle. As the battle concluded, Lu-Ri rushed to Mathias, embracing him tightly. The following day, they received a summons from the king, who wished to reward them with titles and lands. However, Mathias declined, preferring to continue his adventures. In contrast, Iris and the others were happy to accept the rewards. Later, Mathias attempted to obtain magic stones for Lu-Ri, but Edward interrupted with news of an urgent meeting. Edward explained a problem involving a wooden doll infiltrating the kingdom and assigned Mathias and Guile to investigate. That evening, Mathias invited Lu-Ri to the academy garden and gifted her a beautiful crystal necklace, marking the beginning of their romantic relationship. The following day, Mathias and his team embarked on more adventures assigned by the Magic Kingdom. Their journey continued until they faced death itself in a final encounter, and the anime comes to an end. Moral lesson from the story: sometimes it's better to focus on one strong magic trick than to juggle too many at once.